mine, girl, and I won't stop it until you're mine, girl.
Good morning to you all, and in 1, 2, 3, welcome to Inspired Beginnings by Conrad Manila 2022.
Oh, girl, won't you stop taking it? Oh, honey, honey pie, honey, honey, honey pie. And oh, girl, won't you stop? You got, I got that honey, hot, oh, honey, 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 honey.
Couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so very special. But I'm a creep. What the hell am I doing here? I just wanna belong you.
All right, and we are live here at Inspired Beginnings 2022 at the Conrad Manila. Good afternoon to all of you out there, and to the thousands in attendance, to the millions watching at home. Good afternoon. This is one of the biggest bridal fairs in the Philippines, and we are live right now on Facebook. Good afternoon to all of you. At this point, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Mike Acuna. I am a radio personality, and more than that, I am also a wedding reception host. That's right, and I'm here with the best of the best in the wedding industry. We'll be picking their brains and getting to know them more, and trying to see where they are in their headspace right now that we're actually in the process of getting through this pandemic. As you may have noticed, things are opening up, and I'm really, really happy about that. I'm sure our guests are too. So yeah, let's get to know them better. And I'd like to start off by before we move on to anything else, I'd like to say thank you and congratulations to Geraldine Uy, the performance arts choreographer. Yeah, there you go. Geraldine Uy, ladies and gentlemen. And to our couples out there who might be watching, if you need some sort of a... Yes, there you go. That's the camera I should be looking at. So if you want to spice it up a little bit, you know, if you're tired of the usual entrance that most couples do, you might want to hit up Geraldine Uy. So yes, once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this panel. Right, this afternoon we are going to get to know the following co-suppliers and partners that we have participating at the bridal fair, this year's bridal fair at the Conrad Manila. First off, let's introduce the person who is behind that booth over there. If you pan over there, I'm not sure if you're capable of doing that, but it's an awesome booth that we have for Kim Torres events. I have none other than Miss Kim Torres. Miss Kim Torres.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Thanks for having us here. Thanks so much for having us here. So Kim, you've been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
How long now?
Oh, well, for the preparation for that booth, we just had the 2 days of... Actually, 2 days in the making, and then just for the planning, it's just overnight.
Overnight?
Yeah.
Overnight,
But I don't recommend, ha?
Para ka bang si Gelvin na 2 days walang tulog?
Yeah.
Yan.
Actually, si PH
Gelvin.
yun, yes.
As PH din?
Oo.
Oh my gosh, okay. Saludo. So Kim, you've been in the events industry, the wedding industry for quite some time now. How long now have you been a coordinator?
It's been 5 years.
5
and
years.
then I had a rebranding last 2019, which is KTE. Here then, Inspired Beginnings 2019. And now, here we are again. So,
Congratulations.
quite some time, like 5 years already.
Congratulations. Kanina offline, before we went live, the voiceover lady said that being a coordinator is one of the most stressful jobs in the world. Do you find that to be true?
I agree, but even though you say that it is the most stressful job in the world, this is the most work that I really love, that I could see myself.
Yeah,
Kasi,
tama no?
yeah, parang you are really working for everyone's, like, you work for love, you work for celebrations.
Right.
Di ba? Parang ang sarap naman gumising na at the end of the day, you know, you will help a couple.
Differences kang nakikita in terms of, you know, the demands or yung mga kagustuhan ng mga couples natin pre-pandemic and after the pandemic? It feels funny saying after pandemic kasi we're still living through it. Pero there are changes dun sa trends. May mga napansin ka ba? Anong mga napapansin mo?
Well, over 2 to 3 years during the pre-pandemic or the very tough 2 to 3 years pandemic,
Totoo.
and then even after, instead of doing nothing over the pandemic, we did actually a research of how to make the weddings or events even more beautiful. Actually, nagkaroon tayo ng time to explore more. Us suppliers or even us coordinators, we have different styles and services actually na na-add sa services natin.
That's right.
And you know, parang naging gift pa siya actually the pandemic, kasi we will not explore the hybrid events or even the online events over the years if laging busy tayo ever since before the pre-pandemic.
That's
And
right.
actually, to share na lang with you, Mike, no, the different kinds of yung na-adapt ko over the years. During the pandemic, I had this online event with Gelvin, Always in Motion, even with Treehouse Live. Yun.
The
Ang
usual
dami.
suspects.
Yeah, actually even Experience Live. Ang dami nag-online events kasi bawal lumabas.
Totoo.
And you don't want to stop the celebrations. You don't even want to stop the marriage, di ba?
Of course.
And you don't want to cut the parang relationship dun sa mga hindi makapunta. You want them to share your journey, di ba, as a couple. So, number 1 yon. And now, that was during the pandemic. And now, na after na, well, may pandemic pa rin, pero konti
Yes.
na. We're getting there. We call this hybrid event. Meron tayong ganito ngayon na side by side. It's happening together.
Yes.
So it's a physical event slash online event. So for example, may mga event kami nila PH and Gelvin na. We have, for example, 8,000 guests or 1,000 guests. Tapos may viewers pa rin abroad. Kasi that's how we work, na parang you want, well, literal the word hybrid, not just
Yeah.
a side-by-side event.
Yeah.
Parang kaya mo na siya pareho. And another example is yung pag more of yung couple mo naman is more of the documentary type. We had this project with Dave and Morissette na they wanted an MTV and parang film type wedding, no? So what we did yun, parang surprise. We surprised their viewers, their fans na akala mo MTV lang. Yung pala, biglang prenup na pala yung video na yun. Tapos biglang wedding na pala yung video na yun.
May shock factor, no?
Yeah, may ganun mga couple, diba?
A pleasant shock factor.
Yeah, but the catch here is, you need to allot more time. You have to allot time for the meetings, for the execution-wise. It's been 5 to 6 months parang project. And then, hindi siya natatapos sa execution. You have to allot more time for the post-production. Kasi kawawa naman yung editors if you will, diba? Parang, okay, execution tapos output na. So, yun yung parang mga recently na na-discover ko, the hybrid type, and then, yun nga, pwedeng online since intimate na yung wedding ni Morissette. So, parang yung more of the documentary MTV style kami. And actually, there are a lot more of wedding gimmicks. Meron din tayong couples na, for example, you wanted a non-flowery wedding. So, we have here fourth wall, look at our booth. Ayan.
Yes,
Yung mga
yes.
ganon.
Yes, which is very impressive, by the way. PH,
Yeah.
great job. Great job. Fourth wall,
Actually.
ladies and gentlemen. We'll get to talk to them in a bit.
Yeah, actually, there's a lot more to discover. Kaya nga ito yung panel ko. Ito yung panel of suppliers ko for today because our actually concept is doing out-of-the-box weddings, non-traditional type of
Out
weddings.
of the box. Ayan. Actually, that's one of the things that I wanted to touch on while talking to you and the rest of our panel, our co-suppliers. No. So Kim, you've had lots of conversations with couples, right? So my question is, how do you determine, how do you probe whether they want a traditional wedding or a non-traditional wedding? Gusto ba nila ng flowers or gusto nila ng medyo modern take on things? Like how do those conversations sound like?
Actually, kasi we have naman an initial meeting with all of our couples that we usually ask for what do you like, what is your dream wedding, and then along the way, we get to know more about them. Well, easier pa if you will actually understand their personality or character kasi by that, kinukwento rin nila yung dream wedding nila. And it's a lot more easier. So, ito pala yung dream wedding niya, so ito yung pwede namin gawin. Well, depende na lang sa budget, of course, di ba?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. If it's doable, why not, diba?
yeah. So you will get to know more talaga your couple not just in one day eh. It's part of the process. And from there, doon kami nag-recommend ng suitable suppliers and talented suppliers that will fit yung ano yung gusto nila. And then from then on, actually hindi namin kinakat doon yung wedding planning lang na getting to know them. If merong prep, pre, and kung merong execution, meron ding post. Very important to all of us, not just to share the love story of the couple, but also to end your wedding na may impact. Yung tipong pag nag-reminisce ako with all of these suppliers, parang, na-miss ko. It was perfect. It was worth it. Well, hindi naman siguro literally super, super perfect, but
Right.
it was worth it. Even though if it's simple or grand, parang gusto mo na lang siyang ulit-ulitin kasi para ito yung pinagpagura namin. This is our love story.
Tama. I'm glad you said that kasi our job, no matter what services we supply, is the idea is to get the job as close to ideal as possible. Of course, we can always strive for perfection. Kaya lang it's going to be futile, 'di ba? Parang kumbaga, wag natin i-perfect pero let's go with ideal kung ano yung gusto ng kliyente natin. And of course, it's going to be always a collaborative effort with them. That's what we always try to do. So Kim, any parting shots to all of our viewers out there who might be thinking about, like what does Kim have to offer that others don't? You know, I had to ask that question out there. Like, there has to be something unique about Kim Torres events. What do you think is that uniqueness? What sets you apart from the rest?
Well, as suppliers and as coordinators, we all have different expertise and services or style. But us in KTE, we make sure that at the end of the wedding, hindi lang tayo love story ng couple. Love story natin itong lahat. Na at the end of the day, para tayong tropang lahat. Kasi
Tama.
imagine pag you have a good relationship with your couples, even the first birthday of their firstborn, diba? And dibo na nung isang anak nila and all,
Tama.
even the renewals, okay kayong lahat. And ayun, as mentioned a while ago, I think yung meron din kami is we can do not even just the traditional events. All kinds of events. Concerts, corporate, and also
Right.
marami tayong pwedeng gawin. And
Yes.
we adjust, not just yung kung ano yung alam namin. We adjust sa couple din and we are willing to learn kung ano yung mga gusto pa nilang i-execute sa wedding nila.
That's it, no? It's the progressive kind of attitude and mentality that we come with when we approach an event or any kind of event, right? Kim, maraming salamat.
Thank you
so
so
much for
much.
carving the time.
Thank you for all of your wonderful questions.
Oh, well. it's the least I can do. Okay. Maraming salamat.
Thank
Good luck
you.
to you and the rest of your team. Looking forward to the next time that we'll be working together. Again, I'm sure it's going to be soon. I'm sure it's going to be
Special thanks to Miss Marbigo, Dorothy,
Yes.
and Conrad Manila.
Miss Marby,
Wala
thank
tayo
you.
ngayon sa panel na to if not with them. Ayan.
That's
Thank you
right.
so much.
That's right. Thank you so much,
Thanks,
Kim.
Mike.
And if you guys if you think you have we have time, right? Like kung malapit lang kayo dito, feel free to swing by the Conrad. Our booth is right there. You'll see it at the left side of the ballroom. Kim Torres Events and all of our other team partners or our co-suppliers are still going to be here. Speaking of our next co-supplier. I've been excited to talk to this guy because we've worked together in a couple of events,
Yes.
right? And ladies and gentlemen, I want to pick this next person's brain. His name is Gelvin Hernandez of Always in Motion Live. Sir, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gelvin.
It's nice
So,
seeing everyone.
bro, how has this transition into the pandemic affected you? Like 2019, it was all live events, right? You handle most of the graphics and the visuals. How has that affected business from 2019 all the way to now?
Actually, before pandemic, our business is very on-site. So we were greatly affected by the pandemic. But since we're doing LEDs, we're doing cameras, we were almost the first one who got into the live stream industry. So we didn't have a hard time transitioning into live stream. So we remove all the LED walls and we change it to Facebook, YouTube, and Zoom. So we had a really long time practicing, and we really have to research about Zoom, as what Kim was saying about the hybrid event. So lahat kami nag-transition talaga, and talagang laban eh. We cannot do anything eh. We cannot just lay down, wait for the pandemic to end. We really have to do something kasi hindi lang naman kami. We have to do something kasi it's hanap buhay natin to.
That's right.
And of course, some of the couples can't wait for 1-2 years na, yun nga, that's what they said na parang your wedding is not canceled. It's just postponed. So, if we want to continue it, we have to do something. We have to live with this pandemic.
Yeah, I think you'd agree if I said na adaptability is one of the finest abilities that we can develop during a time like this. No, in terms of adaptability, naman, no, technology is always innovating. It's always
Yes.
advancing. So, which ones of your technologies are you excited pagdating sa current offerings ng Always in Motion Live?
Actually, now we're Always in Motion specializes in LED talaga. So we do panoramic LEDs. By panoramic, we mean those LEDs na more than 30 feet, 40 feet, and even 100 feet. Eh. So
Have you done
ngayon-
those before?
Yes, we
100
did.
feet. In what types of events? Can you give us examples?
Actually, more of corporate events siya. But now, they're really pushing it sa wedding na. Which is very
Wow.
exciting.
Wow.
They're really appreciating yung LED for event. Dati kasi LED is just for watching SDs, on-site videos. Now, they're making it a part of the setup already. That's why Always in Motion is here. We're trying to make it as cohesive as possible. We try to coordinate with the coordinator, with the couple, with the stylist, with the lights and sounds, para isang team talaga kami. Parang kami here, we're all one team. Kami naman nagde-design kami, we try to bring in the couple. Na parang part ka dito, whatever is your theme, whatever is your design, it's all part of the whole program.
That's right. So, Gelvin, I'd like to ask you, like when someone like Kim does a great job, right? And then the couple congratulates her, or the client congratulates her afterwards. What kind of feedback have you received in terms of providing what you provide in an event and say, okay, yeah, Gelvin did a great job in installing these LED walls, in providing these graphics, these visuals. Ano yung mga feedback na nakuha mo so far during or after yung kasagsagan ng pandemya?
Actually, one of the biggest compliment from a supplier is nagiging friends mo na sila.
Ah.
Even after the wedding na parang, okay, you get to meet them as a supplier. Pero I have a lot of past couple na tropa ka na sila ngayon.
Wow.
We stay in touch. And mas nakakatuwa nga kasi some of them, birthday na ng first baby nila yung ginagawa namin.
Wow,
you
umaabot sa ganun talaga,
So
no?
you really know na we did a great job. That's why there's retention. Especially yung parang yung family member niya, kayo na rin kinukuha, baby nila, kinukuha, yung friend niya. So I think that's the biggest compliment. They don't have to tell you that they love your work. That's part of it. Eh.
Right.
They get to give, they get to say sweet messages, thank you. But yung tipong parang part ka na ng life nila, any event na part ka na ni friends ka na nila, I think that's the best thing about the wedding industry. And I think you all agree na we're really becoming a part of their lives, even after their wedding.
Yes. So, Gelvin, if they want to know more about Always in Motion and how it can help enhance their events, kasi when you talk about visuals, when you talk about LED walls, it's all about getting immersed into not just an event but also an experience, right? And ladies and gentlemen, Gelvin and his team are one of the best to do it. Always in Motion. How do they find you online?
So you can find us online. Our Instagram and Facebook handle is Always in Motion Live. We're trying to do our TikTok. We're trying to post reels na
Magti-TikTok
video.
ka, Gelvin?
Nagti-TikTok na pero wala ako doon.
Magsasampulan mo ba kami ngayon?
Yung mga TikTok ko, puro mukha ng asawa ko. But yun, we're really trying to push the limits eh. As kaya nga din part ng team na to, we really want to make technology yung very client-centric.
Right.
And but still there's a wedding touch. It's still
Tama.
romantic and
Tama.
it's still wedding yung feels pa rin.
Yeah, we were talking about that offline. You told me about the personalized human touch and not having to make it all technology-centric. Diba? Kasi you can easily get lost in that eh. Pero the human touch is definitely very, very important. Not just in weddings, pero in all kinds of events, right? Gelvin, thank you so much for thank you so much for being here. Ayun, okay. So
It's my
Always
honor,
in
it's my
Motion
honor.
Live. You'll find them here at Inspired Beginnings 2022 at the Conrad, Manila. Next up naman is someone I'm really, really excited and also intimidated to talk to kasi we're talking about documenting memories eh. We're talking about documenting memories and keeping them preserved for as long as the couple is together, diba? So yeah, let's talk to Treehouse Events and we'll have Denise. Hi Denise.
Hello.
Denise, you know, I was
Ikaw na
last
ba
night
ako?
talking to a couple. I was last night talking to a couple and sabi nila na they don't know the first thing about working with a photo and video team. Parang, ano ba, kami ba magbibigay ng music? Kami ba magbibigay ng shots? Kailangan ko bang sabihin na gusto ko yung bride? Yeah. Yung bride ko, gusto ko may slow mo siyang ganun, tapos bibilis ulit. May parang, how does that conversation go with your clients naman for Treehouse Story?
Actually, for Treehouse, what we do is, first, when we meet with our couples, we get to know them first. Tapos yung story nila, pinapakwento namin kung like how did they meet,
Right.
ganyan. Para ma-feel namin kung ano yung personality nila and kung ano yung babagay sa video. Because for Treehouse, we always want na kung ano yung personality nila, yun yung magre-reflect sa video. As natural as possible, as raw as possible, as beautiful as possible. Yun.
Pero how would you describe Treehouse Story's style of capturing these blessed moments when it comes to couples?
In terms of video, our style is focused on capturing raw moments, candid moments. So as much as possible, we don't alter what's happening on the spot. And then nakaabang lang talaga kami sa moments for it to unfold.
Yes.
And let it happen as is.
Yes. So, I have another question, Denise, no? Ito galing din sa couple na kausap ko kahapon. Parang sila kasi yung tipo na parang akala ko kasi ano lang talaga eh, trust your suppliers eh. Like, 'di ba? It's a lot similar to what Kim does, to what all of us do. Malagi mo naririnig sa mga clients na pagdating dito ikaw na bahala kasi not all of our clients are production people. Baga, they're not all versed in terms of production elements, no? So parang kapag nakakarinig ka ng ganun, how does that make you feel? Ikaw na bahala in terms of idea, of execution. Parang how does that work? Do you think it's ideal na to keep it collaborative pa rin? Or do you just run with that kind of idea kung anong meron ka nung moment na yun?
For us, important yung collaboration. So, oftentimes, meron pa rin mga client na nagsabi, sige kayo na bahala sa video, kung
Right.
ano yung maganda, i-capture nyo. Pero what we do is, hinuhuli namin yung kiliti ng mga clients. So, inaalam namin like, ano ba yung mga favorite nyong movies, mga favorite nyong type of music, ganun. Para at least, meron pa rin kaming, may personality pa rin kami na makukuha from them that we can insert on the video para mas maging, may personal touch pa rin yung output na mapaproduce namin.
Ang ganda kasi you keep it collaborative pa rin. 'Di ba? I mean, it's really tough for you to for someone to say na ikaw na bahala without really knowing anything about that person, which is the whole kind of point of working together, right? You want to be able to document them as they are, not who you say they are, 'di ba? So Denise, what are some of the projects that you've become very proud of sa buong run ng Treehouse Story so far?
Ayun, one of the most recent works that we've had na I am so proud of is yung work namin with the Dave and Morissette, which I work with Kim also from Kim Torres event.
Nice.
So it's actually one of our most siguro unique na hindi namin ginawa pa ever before, which is combining a prenup, a music video, and a wedding film in one video. So it's probably our longest wedding film ever since Treehouse.
Can you
was
walk me through that process? Parang ano siya, tatlong bagay siya all at once.
Yes.
Right? How is doing that different from using or doing your usual SDE?
Yeah. So what's great about this is our couple din naman is very artistic. So they're very open na parang ibahin nga natin yung wedding film, ibahin natin yung SDE. Instead of creating a normal wedding film, why not something na gusto namin? Kasi musicians sila and artists, they're also singers. So in-incorporate namin yung music nila on our wedding film. So firstly is yung music video that they created. They composed and created this music. So we used it as the first part of the of the wedding film. And then the second one is yung prenup. Kasi ang idea namin is to surprise their fans na ang iisipin ng fans nila, ay music video lang to. And then, ay naging prenup na siya. Tapos sa huli, ay surprise, wedding film na pala. They got married na
Wow.
pala.
So it's got layers to it, no? Kumbaga, ang kagandahan sa ibang mga presentations, no, especially if it's an SDE, gusto mo yung feeling na hindi mo masabi kung ano yung kasunod eh. 'Di ba? You want to be able to have that element of unpredictability, 'di ba? Ang galing. So, is that video of Dave and Morissette online right now?
Yes, it's definitely online.
Where-
They can
where-
watch
where can people find it?
They can see it on YouTube and our Facebook page.
Ayan. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're the artistic type, kung musicians kayo, and you have songs that you may or may not have released to the public, if you want that featured on your wedding day, the Treehouse Story are your people. They're the ones that you want to be working with. And also, kung gusto niyo lang mag-lip sync, pwede rin 'yon, 'di ba? Pwede rin 'yon, 'di ba?
Kung gusto yung meron din kaming tinatawag na karaoke na parang
Anong tawag?
karaoke yung tawag
Karaoke!
namin. Parang you sing along, you lip sing a specific song that you like, tapos kakantahin nila para kang may music video. So that's another
Wow!
type of out of the box wedding film. Yun.
Oh my gosh, karaoke. I'm going home with new knowledge today. It's something new for me. Okay, so how do they, really out of the box, Kim, how do they find you guys online?
Yeah, they can search us on Facebook. It's Treehouse Story Films. We're also on Instagram and ngayon for, of course, TikTok. Yeah, and YouTube.
All right. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Denise. And thanks for sharing everything that you shared with us. It's tricky working with people who are very who are visually who are in charge of visuals. That's what I was trying to say. So kasi kaya nga siya tinatawag na vision eh. 'Di ba? You want to see it through to its fruition. So you're the people that our couples would wanna tap for making something like that happen. Maraming salamat,
Thank
Denise.
you.
And now, mga kaibigan, we are going to find out more about one other aspect of wedding receptions and also events in general that is very, very important. Now we'll be calling one of our friends, our co-suppliers from Simply G. They're in charge of souvenirs and corporate giveaways. Tama ba?
Yes.
Yes, here is our creative mastermind, Miss G, hi.
Hello. Hello,
Hi.
Mike.
Alam mo, gusto ko lang tanong sa iyo. I'd like to ask you, why simply G?
Actually, it's simply giving. Kasi
Simply giving.
Simply G is an art of giving kasi we do present it aesthetically and then yung parang there's a wow factor when you open the box. Parang ganon.
A wow
So, yeah.
factor. Well, especially ngayon, no, we've come from a phase wherein before we used to go to the mall to get something. Ngayon, dumating lang si Kuya galing sa Lalamove o Shopee, di ba? Na-excite ka nang buksan yung in-order mo. Alam mo namang in-order mo yon. Pero meron pa rin element of excitement, di ba? Of anticipation, right? So the first thing I'd like to ask you is, what are curated gift boxes?
Ayan, so curated gifts are a selection or collection of gifts. You know, it's a different products, the different items that we put together, and then we aesthetically arrange and aesthetically present the gifts inside. You know, parang when you open the box, you can see the couple there. Kasi we believe kasi in Simply G that every gift tells a story. So yon, when you open the box, you will know na, ito yung couple. So
Right.
they are the gifts. You know,
Yeah.
yung parang, like for example, if the couple loves to travel, they do love to go to places. When you open the box, you will see, like for example, pwede kami maglagay ng mga passport holders or
Wow.
travel essentials. And you know na pag open mo ng box, ay sila to. It's their
Wow.
story. And at the same time, more to that kasi, we do customization. We do personalization para pag open. Like for example, if I'm giving a gift to you, Mike, you know na ay akin to. This is for Mike kasi nandun yung name mo, we put a name on it. And you know it's presented and parang it's made special for you. Yon, parang ganun. It's a story of the couple and then nire-relay sa'yo. Kasi after the wedding, they will go home kasi. So it's something that they will carry when they go home. So it's a remembrance of their whole experience during the wedding. So
Got
yan, we want it to be special. We want it to be artful and we want it to be heartful.
Artful
Ayun,
and
yes.
heartful. I love
It's
that.
a gift with a heart.
I
Parang
love
ganun.
that. I love that. I'd like to ask you, you know, when it comes to souvenirs, we're always talking about volume, right? Has volume ever been a challenge for you when it comes to
Yes, of course.
souvenirs?
Kasi syempre, pag medyo marami and then customized siya, you have to focus, you have to check everything kasi na correct yung mga laman, correct yung mga names na nakalagay. So each and lahat yon, ito-check siya individual. Kasi syempre, kapag na-receive mo yung gift, and then iba yung name doon, parang, oh my God, sino to? Parang ganon. So we check it isa-isa talaga. We want to make sure na it's very heartful talaga.
Para ka rin bang si PH at saka si Gelvin na hindi natutulog pag chine-check mo yung mga pangalan na to?
Yes. Kasi medyo, you know, I've been a bride din kasi. Actually, si Simply G, nag-start siya during my wedding.
Wow.
Naging DIY bride din ako, OC. Tawag nila Bridezilla. Kasi very OC ako sa wedding ko. And then after the wedding, na-realize ko, oh my God, parang this is my passion. I love gift boxes. I love creating gifts. Alam mo yon, you know the passion. You know na parang this is where I'm meant to be. This is my calling. So, nag-start ako from one box and then dalawa, tatlo, and then so on and so forth. Dumami na siya. So, I know the feeling of the bride. You want to make your wedding special. And at the same time, you want then to give something, lalo na sa principal sponsors, to those,
Right.
yung invited sa wedding are those.
Mahirap magkamali
Yes,
doon.
oo. And then,
Mahirap
yung
magkamali.
invited ka sa wedding mo are those, yung mga special people sa lives mo. So you want to give something to them na they will remember. You know, yung kahit na iuwi nila and then pagkaraan ng ilang years, when they see the gift, you know, it tells the story of you both, of the couple and the wedding and the whole experience sa wedding. Parang nagto-throwback siya.
Yeah, thanks for sharing this kasi I didn't think, I'm now realizing how much thought it involves for you to pack it, to curate it, and deliver it, make sure that everything is correct, right? So what is your curation process? Can we zoom in on that?
Yes, actually, syempre, nagsistart kami to get to know the couple, who they are, what they do, what they love. And then from then, yung like the wedding concept, yung theme, yung motive, like beach wedding ba siya? So we can come up with
parang welcome kits na merong mga aircon in a bottle kasi mainit, like that. It comes always sa couple, and at the same time yung concept ng whole wedding. And after that, kailangan kasi the very, very important din is yung aesthetically presentation. Yun yung wow factor talaga. So that's the
Yes.
most important thing. And something na purposeful din siya. Not just a gift na, like for example, yung common kasi before, parang iti-take home mo siya, i-display mo siya sa house mo. So ngayon, we come up with gifts naman na they can use. Yan, makakarry nila every day. But then, yung parang something na purposeful sa kanila and magagamit talaga nila.
I'm glad you said purposeful.
Yes,
Purposeful. It's kumbaga may mga bagay na kailangan din may function. It just doesn't have to look good. More than that, has to have a function.
Yes.
Alright.
Like for example, during pandemic, so mostly naman dun sa mga weddings, gumagawa kami ng mga welcome kits with the new normal kits.
Right.
Yan, yung mga new normal kits, alcohol sprays, customized na face masks, ganon. Yun. Pero yung pinaka din kasi, when it comes to curated gift boxes, is yung personalized siya. And then talagang we make it for the individual person talaga. It's for him. Yun. Nandun talaga yung name niya.
Grabe.
Medyo mahirap siya, pero when you love your work, when you love what you do, parang nagiging happy ka lang pag nakikita mo yung outcome, nakikita mo na nagiging happy si couple. Miss G, thank you so much. Yung mga principal sponsors, super na love nila. It's so kakaiba. It's something na never pa nila nakita. Parang ganon. It's something na talagang mawawala yung pagod mo and kahit wala lang tulog. Pero you're happy about it. Yun.
Totoo. It reminds me of something, no? When you love your work, di ba? Kasi lahat naman tayo, kahit anong maging trabaho natin, kahit tayo kunyari nagko-corporate tayo or naging astronaut tayo for some reason, I don't know. Alam ko, if we were like athletes, lahat yon may kaakibat na stress, right? Pero it's working with the stress that you actually like. That makes the difference.
Happy stress.
Ha?
Happy stress.
Happy stress, di ba? It sets off something in us that makes it worth our while, worth our efforts. So, Miss G, how do they find you online?
Ayan, you can check our website. Meron po kaming website kasi aside from wedding gifts, meron din kaming like same day delivery ng gifts. So if you have birthday celebrations or you have someone that you want to give something and you want to make it parang customized, you can just order via website. It's www.unboxsimplyg.com. You can also check our Instagram page and Facebook page. And you can also email us po for more details. Yeah.
Yes, so they have to punch in Simply G on Facebook,
yes.
Instagram, Twitter?
Yes, Twitter wala.
Twitter wala. TikTok, meron ka rin?
Wala rin. Nahihiya
Okay,
pa
sige.
ako.
Gawa na kayo si Gelvin, meron eh. Gawa na kayo Simply G, di ba? I think it would be nice para makita nila yung mga ginagawa nyo. Kunyari, packing
Meron
process
sa
nyo, ganyan.
Instagram, may mga reels din.
Yan.
Parang daily stories kung paano namin pinapack si gifts.
Yes,
ganun.
and for those of you online right now, probably watching this on your laptop, get your phone, tapos nun type nyo, Simply Giving _ Tama ba? Ayun, you'll find their work there. Maraming salamat, Miss
Thank
G.
you, Mike.
Thank you so much. Now, we're gonna pan back over to photo and video. We've talked to Treehouse Story, and now we'd like to talk to Team Benitez Photo, and we are joined by JM Benitez.
Hi,
JM,
Mike.
thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thanks,
Thank you so
Kim.
much. So, JM, can you tell us a bit about Team Benitez? We've worked together a couple of times, right? Pero Team Benitez, how did this come about, and when did you guys start?
We started 2012 after our weddings.
Uy, congratulations! 10th year anniversary nyo na.
Yes.
Uy, congratulations!
Thank you. So,
Congratulations.
Yes. It started
Wow.
in 2012. We're still both working nun, kami ni Kay. And we're also with my brother-in-law, si Ken Benitez. So kaming tatlo yung nag-start talaga. And then,
When you say working, you mean you had a corporate job?
yes. I'm a recruiter eh. I'm a former recruiter.
No way.
Yes.
No
Technical
way.
recruiter.
Pareho tayo.
Oh, really?
Yes. We'll talk about that offline.
Kay naman is, he's into sales.
Oh.
While si Ken naman is a graphic artist. So we started 2012 and then eventually, nung naging busy na, so medyo dumami na rin yung mga bookings. So we had to let go of our jobs. Ako yung pinakahuling nag-resign.
Ah,
Kasi kailangan ko nang i-handle yung admin works kasi nga the inquiries are already
Right.
coming in.
pero if I were to ask you, have you always been passionate about photo and video?
With photography naman, Kay and I started in 2006. We had
Wow.
our different camera club. So nag-join siya ng ibang camera club. Ako din, we shoot mga car show.
Talaga?
Mga beginners kasi doon nagpa-practice eh.
Well, we all had to start somewhere.
Yes, so mga car show. And then, when one of our friends started to shoot weddings, yun, in-invite na kami, you wanna experience this, that, how to shoot weddings. So, doon kami nagkaroon ng idea na this is something fun, and yun nga, nag-enjoy kaming gawin, and
Yeah.
naging confident naman kami na pwede naman namin siyang gawin na sa business. So, yun, 2012, niregister na namin siya to be an official Team Benitez photo na.
Yes. So, obviously, through the years, in the 10 years that you've been in the industry, out of corporate, you've done obviously awesome work so far. You know, parang what prompted you to say na okay, with the influx of jobs that are coming in for Team Benitez photography, we have to let go of our corporate and get involved in this 100%. How was that like for you getting ready creatively and pagdating sa equipment? How was that journey like?
When it comes to creativity, mas nag-improve eh. Mas naging better kasi mas focus ka na on one thing. Shooting weddings, ganyan, into photography. Unlike before, aside from shooting weddings, meron ka pang iniisip na work outside the wedding industry. So mas naging focus, kaya siguro din mas nag-improve yung
Yeah.
quality ng work. Mas naging creative din kami ni Kay on how to market our team.
Right.
And yun, mas nakapag-focus din kami sa mga inquiries kasi before hindi namin lahat na accommodate. It's because minsan nasa meeting ako, siya naman is also in a meeting. So mas nag-improve naman siya. Yung transition naman is wala naman kaming na-experience na mahirap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mas okay naman yung transition namin from corporate jobs to getting into the wedding kasi nandun naka-line up na rin yung mga bookings.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy to hear that because not everyone has that kind of smooth transition from working corporate and
Yes.
then going freelance full time.
Na-bless talaga kami sa
Diba?
sa mga clients. And majority dun kasi sa mga naka-line up na clients before we quit our job, mga referral siya ng mga previous couples namin.
Yeah.
So, it's another parang guarantee na, itong team na to, you can trust them.
Yeah.
Na kahit bago pa lang sila. Kasi the fact that they referred us to their friends, families. So yun, nakaboost din ang confidence namin. Kasi if they're not happy with their service, hindi naman nila kami
Tama.
i-refer, especially sa family member.
Tama. And we want to take the time to give a special shout out to everyone who has ever been proud of what we do individually in this industry. Maraming salamat for spreading the word about us. We really owe them a lot, no? Maraming salamat for all your help. So, JM, I'd like to ask you next. Ito medyo technical na tayo. We'll dive into the technical stuff. Laging tinatanong ng couples, like, how many people do I need for my wedding? Saan ba nagbe-base yun? Sa dami ba ng bisita? Sa laki ba ng venue? How do you answer questions like that?
For a wedding kasi, kami sa team namin, 6 to 7.
Okay.
Ang regular namin is 3 photographers unless meron kasing mga big weddings talaga that they want a separate group to take group shots. So ito pang siguro mga 500 up na guests na to. Pero for regular weddings, when I say regular for us is siguro mga 150 to 300. So yung team is composed of 3 photographers usually, tapos 1 on-site editor and 2 assistants. So yun, enough naman na siya unless meron ngang mga special requests yung couple. And meron kasing mga clients na they request for a separate photographer na susunod lang sa certain sponsor. Tapos may mga may mga couples na nagpapagawa sila ng separate album for a specific guest.
Mm.
May ganun eh. Actually, marami. So, kailangan namin ng assigned lang. Bukod dun sa couple, meron ding mga nagre-request ng additional
Right.
photographers.
I'd like to ask you next naman, JM. Is there such a thing as a difficult shot?
Meron naman. Hindi
Can you
naman
give us
mawawala.
examples of that?
Sa amin, yung mga difficult shots, meaning meron kaming yung mga photographers, meron silang gustong shot, pero hindi pwede dahil sa restriction ng venue.
Oh,
So usually
okay.
yun naman yung mga difficult talaga. Pero nagagawa naman ng paraan.
Nagagawa ng paraan.
Yes.
Okay, so difficult shots. We move from that to difficult requests. Meron bang mga difficult requests na either napagbigyan or nagawa natin ng paraan with any previous or recent client?
Laging kailangan gawa ng paraan eh. Kasi of course they got you to to do the job. So kailangan as much as possible talaga lahat ng request nila. Yung mga naman mga malapit sa katotohanan.
Oo, yung reasonable naman.
Reasonable, yes.
Tama.
Lagi namang ginagawa ng paraan. So
That's nice.
medyo hindi naman kami nakaka-encounter ng mga request na hindi talaga na i-deliver sa couple.
Okay, understood. So, what's next for Team Benitez now that it looks like where things are loosening up and we're coming out of a pandemic? Parang what are some of the things that you want to offer our clients from this point forward?
Actually, sobrang excited kami ngayon kasi medyo bumabalik na rin yung mga destination shoots.
Yes.
Hindi lang abroad, pati dito since medyo lumuwag na yung mga restrictions sa other mga provinces. Yun, nakakabalik na rin kami sa mga destinations. And na-feature na recently, meron kaming pinuntahan na lugar na local lang naman, pero sobrang na-appreciate ng mga tao na, local lang pala to, akala namin abroad. So yun yung gusto namin ngayon na i-offer for destination shoots as much as possible within the Philippines.
Yan.
Yun. Kasi medyo abroad, marami na rin naman, pero yung Pilipinas, medyo hindi pa talaga namin totally na-explore yung magagandang lugar dito. So hopefully marami tayong ma-line up na destination shoots.
Ladies and gentlemen, and to all the couples watching us, JM is not saying that because she wants to go out of Manila, okay? Hindi niya gusto na, it's not that. It's really more of her speaking the truth because the Philippines is beautiful.
Yes.
The way it's constructed like an archipelago, no? Di ba? Parang there's so much to see. And because of that, there's so many places that are interesting to take shots of, di ba? And take shots in. And I'm sure Team Benitez is going to be there with you each step of the way for your destination weddings or even weddings in Metro Manila. Yan. So ladies and gentlemen, maraming salamat JM for taking the time to be with us today, which now takes us to our final partner. Yes,
Hi.
we'd like to welcome from the Fourth Wall Group, Miss PH Chua.
Hi,
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, PH. Now, I'd like to make a request before we continue. You're going to have to explain to me everything to me like I'm 5 years old. Okay?
Okay.
Because I don't want to pretend like I know something about something I don't really know about. So, PH, what does Fourth Wall Group do?
Okay. So, I'm glad you asked that question because most of the time when people ask me what Fourth Wall does, I always say that we help you create joyful memories. Yun yung go-to answer ko.
Yes.
More than the service that we can give you, it's really helping the clients create very happy memories. Pero in technical terms, what we provide is really production design. So what is production design? We usually hear that term in film or in staging like theater, but in live events and in the wedding, may production design din. So it's just the overall design of the venue or of the reception place. So that's what we do. So not just the staging, but also the overall ambiance, including the table centerpieces, the entrance, so everything.
So this falls under styling. Is
I
that
think
right?
technically, it seems the same thing, but I
Uh-huh.
think ours is more expansive. I think because since our discipline is coming not just from the wedding industry, but also because we have just like Kim, we also have background in production, like in TV, and we also do a lot of corporate events. Yung discipline is nagiging nadadala mo siya eh. What you parang what's best in the corporate world and the production world,
Right.
nadadala mo siya sa wedding. So you're not limited by the usual materials that's used in decorating weddings. That's why also madalas kami mag-work with Always in Motion kasi yung technology na marry namin dun sa
Yeah.
design.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
so,
can
ayun.
imagine. So, if we were to avail Fourth Wall Group, right? For those of for the folks who do not know yet, kumbaga saan applicable yung Fourth Wall Group in terms of events?
Any kind of event.
Yeah.
Especially ito nga weddings. What's happened over the years kasi Fourth Wall has been in the industry since the 90s.
Wow.
Yeah, so like 20 plus years na. So 2 decades na and na-witness na namin how from before wala naman masyadong production design in weddings before eh. Meron lang florist to do some arrangements and hindi naman talagang ganun ka laki yung binibigay na value before in beautifying the venue, right? So malaki na yung pinagbago now. So over the years, parang organically, why we're called Fourth Wall Group is because we don't just, like some clients will want us to design the overall venue. So that's when Fourth Wall Group enters. But we also have a parang subsidiary called Arkila. So
Arkila,
with the word Arkila, it's all rental naman. So it's also one it's something that we're also very happy to have because we get to work with a lot of the event stylists. So wala tayong kalaban, lahat kaibigan natin.
That's right.
Kasi we support them. The wedding industry in the Philippines is full of creative talent. So if we're not doing our own design, we're also helping other stylists, other designers execute the design that they have in mind.
And I think that's a big factor of why you've been around since the 90s, right? It's more than you being trustworthy of the tenure that you have in this industry. It's also you being trustworthy at saka nakakatrabaho mo lahat eh. 'Di ba? Napakaganda. So, can you share any notable projects that you've had whether in the past or recently that you're happy about?
This was not a wedding, pero this happened here in Conrad, so I wanted to mention it. If you heard about the 18th birthday na Game of Thrones yung theme, we were the ones who did that. It was here in Forbes Ballroom. As in, we made a dragon. As in like a big, parang, hindi naman siguro life size
Was it
yun.
fire breathing?
Hindi pa ako nakarating doon. Hindi siya fire breathing, pero moving. As in, the debutante wanted her entrance to be on a dragon kasi Game of Thrones, Khaleesi, ganyan. So, we made the dragon move parang off stage, papunta sa stage, and the wings gumagalaw din. Okay.
Oh
Yung
my
fire, sa
gosh.
susunod natin pag-aaralan kung paano yun gawin, no? Pero we're
oo.
like that. We're always innovating, trying to learn new technology,
Yeah.
just like Always in Motion. So, ganon. Actually, marami kaming clients who come to us
Yeah.
na kapag gusto nila nga ng out-of-the-box wedding, kagaya kay Kim, we've had mga, parang I think medyo go-to kami ng mga couples if they want like hydraulic entrance or something na may production value.
I saw that.
Yes.
There was one video where the couple was going down from up here down to the stage. Was that
correct.
you?
Yes.
That was you. And
Yes.
also where there was a platform and the couple was hidden and they had to be there was a platform going up
That's the hydraulic lift.
pataas. They were like they were on top of the wedding cake. Diba?
Correct.
Pagka ganun nila, andun silang dalawa. Ang
So,
galing.
we do a lot of those things like kasi nga sa production like in corporate events, maraming brand reveals, right? So we're able to bring that technology into the wedding industry. So I always say na you want to make it special eh. So yung mga gimmick na ganun, parang they're really nice to have to make
Yeah.
it more personal. Kung ano yung mas, if your personality as a couple is medyo, what do we say, parang hindi naman ganun, don't go for that.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, kagaya ni Treehouse, kagaya ni Team Benitez,
Yeah.
kagaya ni Simply G, it's really all about the story of the couple.
That's right.
So if that gimmick or that kakaibang entrance reflects your personality, of course gagawin natin yan for you. Yung mga whatever theme na napipili or whatever look na napipili mo for your wedding setup, dapat kaya mo siyang i-carry. Parang hindi pwedeng maganda. Kami ni JM, we were talking offline na parang ayaw mo naman titingin ka sa pictures mo after and then parang hindi ikaw yun.
Yeah,
Parang
yeah,
hindi kayo
yeah.
yun, di ba?
True, true.
You want to be able to capture yung kung sino kayo and your love story, di ba?
Tama.
Ayun.
Tama. Thanks for sharing all of that with us. How do they find you online if they want to talk to you and make some inquiries?
Natatawa ako kasi meron kaming TikTok pero hindi po ako sumasayaw doon. Okay, so in Instagram, we're fourthwall.group and also on TikTok, fourthwall.group.
Ayan. So doon sa TikTok naman, ikaw yung nag-a-appear doon? Or asawa
Yes,
mo rin?
makikita niyo naman yung mukha ko doon.
Ayun, okay. Ayun.
Pero yung dance moves, magpapaturo pa ako kay Kim.
Yes, yes. Maraming salamat. PH Chua,
Thank
Fourth
you.
Wall Group, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being with us today. We also had Miss G. We also have JM Benitez. We also had Denise. I believe before we end this panel, Kim Torres has a few words to say, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, go ahead, Kim.
Magandang recap kasi may mga new words tayo today.
Yes, oo.
Parang I like you, Marioke. Oh
Marioke,
my God. For
yep.
the clients na talagang mahilig kumanta.
Yeah.
Guys, go get have a time to view the samples of Treehouse for that one. And the purposeful word of Simply Gina. Ang ganda nga no? Parang in all
Purposeful.
kinds of events, if you have this customized souvenirs, para at the end of the day, nga tama, parang akin to, di ba? And yun nga may purpose sa'yo, why you want that
Hindi
souvenir.
lang aesthetically pleasing, di ba?
Correct. Oh. Parang compiling all of those new words, itong panel na to, parang you will get to understand the out-of-the-box event or wedding. And ayun, sabi mo, di ba, thank you talaga ako to everyone. Kasi, ayun, thank you guys. Thank you, Gelvin, always in motion. Thank you, PH, Fourth Wall. Thank you, Simply G, Miss G. Thank you, Kay and JM Benitez of Team Benitez. Denise of Treehouse. Mike, of course, our host. Ayun, thank you kasi kung wala tong panel na to, my out-of-the-box booth is not possible. So, ayun po yung sample natin na gimmick, event gimmick. Yun, go check our booth po. And of course, once again, thank you so much, Miss Marbigo, ang mommy and queen ng lahat.
Yes.
Thank you to Conrad Manila, May, Mayet, and DJ. Kasi wala rin po kami again dito kung hindi rin po dahil sa inyong lahat. So, thank you so much. This is Inspired Beginnings 2022. So, please go and check all of us suppliers here. Marami po kayong options. Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you so much. Maraming salamat to of course to PH, to Miss G, to JM, to Denise, and also to Gelvin, who's very busy right now. And maraming salamat to Kim Torres and the rest of the team. We love you and thank you for having me here. My name is Mike Acuna, events host, radio personality, and we hope to see you on the next Inspired Beginnings here at the Conrad Manila. Cheers.